As you'll see in our list, some projectors are so portable that you can take them on a road trip, or perhaps even on a plane. They're also more outdoor friendly than traditional TVs, so you can have a backyard grill or bonfire as you play games with your friends. Number 1. XGIMI Horizon Ultra Projector. We chose XGIMI's Horizon Ultra as the best 4K projector you can get in 2024, and stand by that recommendation if you'd like to use it primarily for gaming. Everything from its premium metal remote, surprisingly more high quality feeling than plastic, to its industrial design, to overall performance is a slam dunk. We played Nintendo Switch games on this projector during our tests and were consistently impressed with its color accuracy, response time, and overall fidelity. Any missed frames were on account of the game, not this hardware. The Horizon Ultra allowed us to fully appreciate the candy-colored pennies Big Breakaway and Star Ocean. Second Story are especially. Gamers who play on the Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5 will appreciate the fact that this projector supports Dolby Vision, the latest HDR, high dynamic range, video standard. Games that support HDR have even deeper colors, and the Horizon Ultra will allow you to see everyone. One of this projector's most surprising features is its relatively robust stereo speaker system, which was developed by Harman Kardon. The speakers were so good that we never felt the need to plug in an external pair, as game soundtracks and dialogue were clear and rich. The projector is equipped with an HDMI ARC, audio return channel, port, so you'll only need a single cable to connect it to a surround sound system. The only issue with this projector is that it only has 2 HDMI ports, which could pose a problem for multi-platform gamers. The best solution is to hook the Horizon Ultra to an Avenue receiver, but that's an added expense. You can also get an HDMI splitter if you'd prefer. The Horizon Ultra runs on a version of Google TV based on Android 11, and we found the user interface to be snappy and easy to navigate. You can access a handful of popular streaming services from the remote itself, and download new or more obscure ones from the App Store. It doesn't support Netflix, an issue with the operating system, not the projector, which is a bummer if you'd like to access that service. This isn't a deal breaker, but something to note. Number 2. Benq X300G Projector. Benq has been making projectors and monitors specifically suited for gamers for several years now, and the X300G proves the company isn't slowing down. Its lower bulb luminosity and screen size range kept it from being our number 1 choice, but it has no major downsides. In fact, its 150-inch maximum display size will likely be just fine for most people because of space limitations. That said, its lower than average throw ratio means the limiting factor will likely be the size of your wall or screen, not the depth of your room. On a technical level, the X300G checks all the boxes gamers would need for a projector. It supports HDR, has a game mode that optimizes its performance to reduce input lag as much as possible, and supports spatial audio for more immersive sound thanks to a DSP, digital signal processor, chip. This is the only projector for gaming we're recommending with a built-in passive radiator on the bottom to improve bass performance. The X300G runs on Android TV, so you can access the latest apps through it directly, which is helpful for non-gaming purposes. A feature called Settings Archange allows you to download custom video profiles to the projector via an app on your computer, so you can have the game settings to make that particular title look as good as possible. This is an exclusive file format to Benq's projectors, and you can even create and upload your own profiles so other gamers can download them. This ecosystem is completely free to use, and the type of feature serious gamers will appreciate. On the port selection side, the X300G features a pair of HDMI ports. One is an ARC port, plus a display port, so you can easily hook up a computer to it using the right USB-C cable. Number 3. Hisense PX2 Pro Projector. Hisense's PX2 Pro requires a huge financial commitment, but it makes gaming on a projector possible for people in tight spaces. It has an incredibly small throw distance, and can create a 100+ inch screen while being only a couple of feet away from your wall. If you have an existing media center with a TV on top of it, you can simply replace it with the PX2 Pro, and be good to go. This style of projector feeds an image through multiple concave mirror and curved lenses to achieve its ultra-throw performance. The result is the ultimate projector for those with little room to spare. The downside to this style of projector is that its maximum screen size is lower than most projectors for gaming. Still, the difference between playing on a 65-inch display and 130-inch display is significant, and its increased luminosity more than makes up for this shortcoming. This is the largest projector for gaming we're recommending, but Hisense used this extra space wisely. The PX2 Pro is equipped with a 30-watt audio system with support for Dolby Atmos right out of the box, 3 HDMI ports, including an ARC port, and a video system that supports Dolby Vision, and can show 107% of the BT.2020 color gamut. If color accuracy and audio fidelity are your biggest concerns when playing games, you won't find a finer 4K projector than the PX2 Pro. The inclusion of an extra HDMI port is a very welcome feature for multi-platform gamers who want to keep all of the current generation consoles hooked up at once. The PX2 Pro runs on Google TV, and it's one of the few to support Netflix right out of the box. In fact, there's a shortcut button to it right on the remote. This means you'll have access to every major media streaming platform right out of the box, which is fantastic for multimedia aficionados. Additionally, you can control this projector for gaming using both the Google Assistant and Alexa completely hands-free. This isn't a gaming feature, but it's nice to have. Number 4. Dangby Atom Projector. Leave it to Dangby to make a mini projector that can stand comfortably with models that cost double the price and take up a lot more room. Every feature you'd want for gaming. Support for HDR10, built-in speakers that sound very good given their size, a 1200 lumen bulb, and the ability to project to 180-inch screen are all present. Extra features, like a processor that can handle running Google TV with aplomb, Netflix support, the ability to trigger their Google Assistant, and an auto keystone correction feature that keeps your screen looking tidy, are also available. It's hard to find any fault with the Dangby Atom given its ultra-thin and compact profile, given every feature the company managed to cram into this projector. Gaming on the Dangby Atom using a Nintendo Switch went very well. Colors looked good, games sounded pretty rich, and there wasn't a discernible amount of latency when playing games like The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, which admittedly runs at 30 frames per second in its own right. The Atom, which clocks in at just 1.87 inches thick and under 3 pounds, is a technical triumph of engineering. That said, a 1080p image projected on a 100-inch screen does look worse than one at 4K. This wasn't an issue when playing games on the Nintendo Switch, which tops out at 1080p, but was noticeable when watching videos, and would be a bigger deal when playing on more powerful consoles or a PC. Our only other complaint is that its single HDMI port means you'll be swapping out consoles whenever you need to play a new title. But the Atom's overall portability, it was easy to carry the projector and power cable in one hand from room to room, means you can take it with you to play games on vacation, or set up and break down your big screen gaming setup within a couple of minutes. For spaces like dorm rooms, the Atom is the ideal projector for gaming. At the time of publication, Amazon is offering a $150 off coupon, which brings the price of the Dangby Atom down to $750. Number 5. Nebula Mars 3 Projector. If true portability is your must-have feature in a projector for gaming, look no further than Nebula's Mars 3. It's the only model we're recommending that can run on battery power for up to 5 hours, though we suspect that'll be a lot lower if you run the machine at its maximum brightness setting. And it gets bright, which is why it's one of our favorite projectors for daylight viewing. Still, for nighttime outdoor gaming sessions, It's hard to beat the ability to play mobile games on a big screen. It's also an excellent choice if you'd like to use your projector for mixed use cases, as its built-in operating system will allow you to stream videos from popular services, including Netflix, any place you have an active internet connection, or USB-C to HDMI cable. On the tech spec side, you'll have to give up a little bit for the sake of portability, namely brightness. At 1000 lumens, this projector has the second dimmest bulb out of all our recommendations. The Mars 3 will still work perfectly fine in fully dark rooms, but will struggle when there's light leakage. Nebula said it fine-tuned the Mars 3's video system using AI for consistent performance. This projector does only supports HDR10 rather than Dolby Vision, so you'll give up some color reproduction. That said, Nebula didn't skimp out in other areas, namely the projector's audio system. The Mars 3 has a 40-watt, 3-driver Dolby audio system, which should pack a serious punch. You'll need the volume and oomph when playing games outdoors, where ambient noise can drown out the sounds you want to hear. The Mars 3 runs on Android TV, with Netflix, which makes it an excellent portable movie machine. If portability is paramount to your enjoyment of playing games, Nebula's Mars 3 is an excellent choice. Number 6. Xgimi Mogo 2 Pro Projector. If you'd like to game on a projector that costs under $500, your best choice by far is Xgimi's Mogo 2 Pro. Let's get its one big con out of the way. At 400 lumens, this is the dimmest projector for gaming we're comfortable recommending. It's designed to be used exclusively in pitch black rooms at night. This limitation may be a deal breaker for some, but if you're fine with it, you'll be rewarded in other ways. Xgimi managed to fit a 2-speaker audio system, chip fast enough to run Android 11, sans Netflix, object avoidance, and auto keystone correction into a very small package. It lacks HDR, which will matter most if you play games on a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, but Nintendo Switch owners won't be missing out. A feature called uninterrupted keystone correction will keep your screen, up to 200 inches in size, looking even while you use it. While it's not as performant as our other projector recommendations, its price is hard to beat, and Xgimi has proven it knows how to eke out as much performance as possible from its hardware. If you're a casual gamer who wants to play on the biggest possible screen, this is your answer.